Aloha, everybody, and welcome back to part 5 of The Bouncer.
Invest more in your restraining equipment.
Yeah, no shit, right? That was way too easy. But yeah, folks, now we're playing as Volt Kruger. This scene takes place directly after the Duragon fight, because like I said, after he captures all 3 of the bouncers, whichever character you choose to play as next, we follow their story and we get to see how they escape from their shackles. At least Volt had shackles anyway, you know. Kou and Sion, they just throw them into a storage closet somewhere. At least they bothered to restrain Volt, so that's something, I guess.
Looks like nothing's changed.
This game looks like Final Fantasy VII. Nothing's changed. Well, except for all the soldiers looking like gimps, but I guess that can't be helped. But, So yeah, the loading screens actually change depending on what character you've been playing up to this point. Like, the reason we got Sion's Chaldea loading screen just before the Duragon scene is because I took on Mugetsu with Sion. If I took on Mugetsu with Kou, I would have gotten Kou's loading screen. If I took on Mugetsu with Volt, I would have gotten Volt's loading screen. So, again, you're encouraged to play through the entire game as one single character just so you can get a cohesive narrative with the loading screens instead of jumping back and forth between different timelines of other characters' stories, you know? So, I don't really need to go into Volt's backstory too much because he's going to actually explain what his deal is as the game goes on, but as you could probably infer, he used to work for the Mikado Corporation, and then he had to run away from that place, and he had to hide out as a bouncer in the Fate Bar, and we'll find out why later. But, Kou is secretly an undercover agent who has been tasked with keeping track of Dominique. He doesn't work for the Mikado Corporation, but he is keeping an eye on her to make sure that Mikado doesn't get her. All the tattoos that Kou has, like all over his face and his arms and stuff, he got all of those specifically to blend in so that he could get the job as the bouncer. Woo! Oh my god, I love the ragdoll physics. It's hilarious. Just 1 minute you're standing there, and then the next second you're just flopping around like a freaking rubber doll. It's amazing. But, Kou's tattoos, he got that so he could be undercover as a bouncer, and, he's tasked with keeping track of Dominique. I wonder why. What a mystery. But, not sure where Volt got his Cactuar jacket from, though. They never explained that in the backstory. So because he has a Cactuar leather jacket, does that mean the Bouncer is technically a Final Fantasy game? Like, Tetsuya Nomura designed all the characters, right? And he put a Cactuar on Volt. Does that mean this is technically a Final Fantasy title and could show up in Kingdom Hearts? Although, you know, funny I mentioned that because I know a lot of people have made the comparisons. Sion looks like an older Sora from, like, the main character from Kingdom Hearts. And, yeah, kinda, same designer after all, but it's like, there is a character in Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 who is named Pence. He lives in Twilight Town, he wears a headband, and he has this basketball jersey, and on the jersey, it says Dog Street. Dog Street. And everyone figures that is a call-out to the Bouncer in Kingdom Hearts, because, again, Sion and Dominique, they wear Dog Street clothing. This game takes place, or at least the bar that these guys come from, takes place on Dog Street. So when you see Dog Street in Kingdom Hearts, it's like, oh my god, did Tetsuya Nomura actually just, like, name drop the Bouncer of all things?
Someone was definitely here. Was it Sion or Kou? A report? The CEO's assassin has been terminated, eh? Echidna.
By the way, yes, Volt Kruger is a human. The horns on his head are for decoration because they're actually meant to cover like a gunshot wound that he got on his head when he applied to be a bouncer. Or rather, when he was trying to blend in as a bouncer because he would have scared off all the customers. According to the loading screens, anyway. I don't know why he chose beast horns, but whatever. Hold it! We're missing somebody. So before we reunite with the gang, I figured we would check out what Kou's been up to ever since Duragon trapped us, and just like with Sion, he's been stuffed into a storage room. Because of course he has.
Ugh, smells like a sweat sock in here. Of all the places they could have thrown me.
Well, Kou, they could have put you into a jail cell, but whatever.
Hey! Keep it quiet in there!
Oh, well, excuse me!
Princess! But seriously, how incompetent does the Mikado Corporation have to be if all they did with their 3 prisoners who have beat the shit out of a ton of Special Forces agents, they just throw them in a storage room somewhere and they don't even restrain them? What the fuck? I wish you could move the camera around in some of these locations, because this little locker room that I'm in, I like that there's a dog poster in here and stuff. And now it's time for something completely different. Special orders. Infiltrate the Mikado Corporation and recover Dominique. Use the utmost discretion to avoid upsetting the present situation. The Special Forces units apparently use some sort of code signal to identify allies. To help you deal with the situation, the following signals have been identified. If you come across an enemy, use the same coded signal as he does. So yeah, the Mikado Special Forces have a whole bunch of different poses that they all need to do for each other in order to blend in with everybody, including an old man thinking, a woman presenting some kind of meal and sticking her ass out, a caveman, me want food, and unparalleled friendship, which is some kind of Ginyu Force kind of pose, and apparently the Special Forces have to keep doing this every time they run into another person.
Keep up the good work.
Everything's under control.
I need a card key.
Good day, sir.
Working hard?
So basically, you have to memorize all of the poses, and you have to memorize which button they're associated with. So if someone does the old man thinking, you gotta push triangle. If someone does the unparalleled friendship, you have to press square. And, this is really goofy shit.
It's all clear on our side.
Alright, made it through somehow.
Good thing I know how to pose seductively. Again, how does Kou even see or talk in that thing? He has bandages covering his eyes. Nothing about this makes sense. Oh, and then we got this Mr. Pop Quiz Hotshot over here who's just constantly doing poses over and over and over again, and you have to match like 20 or so until he'll let you pass by. Like, why is this a thing? Who is this guy? Look, we want to be really dignified here at the Mikado Corporation. So just do like 20 poses in a row and make sure that he follows them to the letter. And if he doesn't, well then obviously he's a fucking traitor. Obviously he's some kind of a invader. It is something else. As you could probably guess, if you don't match the poses correctly, they're gonna know something's up, and then they're probably gonna try fighting you, and it's actually probably better that way, because you'll get more experience. Like, honestly, if you get into the fights, you'll get more experience to build up your characters. You'll get less experience if you do this correctly. So... okay, this one's weird. This is like a weird slot... again, this is so stupid. But this is like a weird slot machine kind of thing, where you have to push the button at the exact same time that he's doing a pose.
Good day, sir.
And then he just kind of stops for you, you know?
Man, I think that gave me a couple gray hairs.
Speaking of which, Kou, you're such a great agent. Your hair is sticking out, whereas no one else's is, but nobody finds that suspicious, so whatever. Uh-oh.
Working hard?
Oh man, I had to trigger it. Oh. But, you know, it's sections like this that make the Bouncer such a fucking weird game, and I'm all in for it, man. I am all in for this weirdness. 2 poses at a time!
Everything's under control.
Kou Super Spy.
Yeah, you're totally solid, Snake Man. You're a real badass. Good lord.
Hey, did you hear that no one's being allowed on the executive floor?
Yeah, I heard they took some kind of top secret cargo up there.
Sounds like trouble to me. It might be a good idea to stay away from there.
Guess I'm going up.
And of course, should you fail every single pose off, just because you get into a fight with a whole bunch of Special Forces guys, nobody calls security or anything. Even though we have mobile security cameras and stuff, nobody notices. It's like, whatever. I guess they're too busy dealing with Sion and Volt right now, so whatever. How do you see? How do you breathe? Good lord!
Not now.
I put a phone up my ass when I was sleeping. I woke up and, yeah. Yeah! Right on!
That was way too close. I'd better shut off the comm for now.
I think they saw you, Kou.
We'll begin securing the executive floor.
And then again, apparently they didn't see him, and he just blends in with them no problem. Of course!
How's my knight in shining armor? Sion! Sorry, I better get Dominique while I still can. Volt? Hey, wait! It's me! Pay for that!
Sion, I thought I told you to stay sharp.
hurt really, really bad, Volt. Oh?
You look pretty spiffy in that outfit, Kou.
Whatever. Well, looks like we got our team together.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, Hulk.
I don't care if I destroy my mind. As long as I slaughter all of you.
The moment you lose your cool, you lose the battle.
This guy's lost his mind.
Dominique's right here. You think I plan on losing you now?
Yeah, the gang's back together. I got my teammates again. Now I could do a Trinity Rush when they call for me. A Trinity Rush. Yeah, now that I think about it, Sion looks like a much older version of Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Pence in Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3 has a basketball jersey that says Dog Street. And the three bouncers have a Trinity Rush ability, whereas Sora, Donald, and Goofy have Trinity abilities in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. So, very odd connection to Kingdom Hearts this game has. But, yeah. We're taking on Mugetsu again. He has a few new tricks up his sleeve. He's a little more erratic, but as long as you're blocking, he's nothing you can't handle. Something I like about a lot of the bosses in the game is that they actually have, like, multiple versions of themselves. So there's, like, you know, normal Mugetsu, and then there's unhinged Mugetsu. And there's, like, 4 different versions of Duragon that you'll be seeing, and, you can play as every one of those versions in multiplayer. You can play as regular Mugetsu or unhinged Mugetsu in multiplayer, and that's kind of interesting, kind of fascinating, but yeah.
See, you gotta keep your cool.
What a fool.
Dominique! Dominique! Dominique!
Carol Ann! Carol Ann!
Sion? Sion!
Always getting me in trouble. You had me worried.
This is the first time you ever hugged me.
I don't mean to intrude, but could we save the love scene for later?
Yeah, we have to get out of here first.
Sorry. Let's get going.
Great, but which way do we go?
Security's tight everywhere. Maybe if we head for the rocket tower, it might provide us with a little cover.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's move.
Sion, I hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse.
What does that mean? Oh! But yeah, folks, we rescued Dominique, we got the girl, now we just gotta get the hell out of here. Come back for part 6, where there might be a really crazy plot twist.